Hey, I'm meteorologist Doug Myers with the latest forecast on this Wednesday. We had temperatures yesterday a little bit cooler than the forecast indicated just because that cloud cover is sticking around a little bit longer than expected, or at least pushing in a little bit quicker than expected, I should say. Upper 50s and low 60s for the temperature yesterday. Today, much cooler, more seasonal, and the upper 30s and low 40s across the area. There is some uncertainty in the computer models on whether or not temperatures stay steady, if not fall through the day, or if we are able to warm up, especially the fact that we should have some sun as we head into the late morning, afternoon hours, which will help. But as the colder air continues to filter in, it might not matter. So that'll be something to watch out for. Regardless, be prepared for a blustery day. Wind gusts 30 to 35 miles per hour, keeping those wind chills mostly in the 20s, possibly low 30s at best. Meanwhile, enjoying a brief warm-up tomorrow, upper 40s and low 50s for most, mid-40s east of Highway 75 towards the Missouri border. Take advantage of that because it doesn't get that warm for a while. Certainly not until next work week. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday will be a lot cooler. So here's a look at Friday's forecast. Upper 30s to low 40s for most areas, maybe getting into the mid-40s down near I-35, including Emporia. Similar temperatures to today. However, more clouds expected and more wind expected Friday. We could be talking about wind gusts approaching 40, possibly 45 miles per hour. All right, let's take a look at the clouds and the precipitation. I can't rule out a few flurries or sprinkles this morning. Won't amount to much. Quickly clearing out throughout the morning, giving us clear skies and lots of sunshine heading into the afternoon. So definitely want to grab those sunglasses heading out the door. There will be a little bit more cloud cover tomorrow and Friday to round out the work week. We'll start off with sunny skies tomorrow morning, but clouds will be an increase throughout the day, although this model keeps it generally mostly sunny. So we'll watch for that trend heading into tomorrow. And then on Friday, as colder air continues to filter in, that might bring a few flurries to the area, especially in the afternoon, evening hours, just because that colder air continues to filter in, not necessarily because it's a storm system pushing through, but we want to just be mindful of that. I don't expect any accumulation from that. I don't expect any impacts from that. The bigger impact will be the strong winds and the colder temperatures Friday and especially into the weekend. In fact, temperatures will be in the teens for both Friday night and Saturday night, although they wouldn't be surprised if we had a few single-digit temperatures Sunday morning. I'm going 10. We'll certainly be in the single digits, even close to 0 for the wind chill value, but temperature-wise, we'll continue to keep an eye on too. Stuck in the upper 20s, maybe low 30s Saturday afternoon in some spots, and then warming back in the mid to upper 30s, maybe low 40s on Sunday. And then another cold front cools temperatures back down again for Monday. And then temperatures start to rebound just a little bit Tuesday into Wednesday. All right, so let's take a look at our precipitation for the next 8 days. And yeah, don't expect a lot. We're only talking about a couple hundredths of an inch. So even with those few flurries that we might get for Friday or even early this morning, yeah, it's not going to amount to much. We're in that trace to 1 inch category through next Friday, January 23rd. Don't expect a lot of storm systems pushing through, including giving us any snow opportunities from both the GFS and the European, showing minimal amounts of precipitation. I do want to mention in the extended outlooks, in the 8 to 14 day outlook, there is a slight risk of heavy snow just up to our north and right along the Nebraska-Kansas border. It's possible. We didn't see it in the 10 days, so maybe a little bit beyond that. Of course, as we get in that 10 to 14 day outlook, we'll keep an eye on. And then abnormally colder temperatures up to our north too. So we are going to be looking at a little bit of a weather pattern change as we head into the second half of January. How much of that impacts us here in northeast Kansas? We're kind of right on the edge of everything. Colder temperatures, maybe increasing chances of precipitation. But as of now, we are looking at generally dry conditions and, of course, some abnormally cool temperatures at times, even for these next 8 days. But looking at beyond, we have equal chances of above and below temperature-wise in the 6 to 10 day outlook, but probability of below average temperatures in the 8 to 14 day outlook, where we do have those wetter than normal conditions in both the 6 to 10 and 8 to 14 day outlook as well. So certainly keep an eye on it. But as we head into these next 8 days, whatever we get, whether it's the sprinkles or flurries this morning, whether it's the flurries on Friday, it's not going to be very measurable. Maybe a dusting at most. especially on Friday's chance. But I don't expect much with anything going forward in the next 8 days. I also do want to mention I am taking some time off tomorrow and Friday, and I'll be back on Monday. So make sure that you're keeping an eye on the forecasts. Mitchell and Jeremy will have you covered as we head into the rest of the work week, and of course Mitchell over the weekend. Have a great day.